We are underway from SoFi Stadium. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And a Buccaneer first down.
Now Leonard Fournette. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
He'll get 3 up to midfield. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there, and they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Newton. Being chased out left. He'll try and run it, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing it in here on second down, this time complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Newton on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy Bunting, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Throw here out of the gun. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run this with Akers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Newton. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Oh, what a juke into space. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Buccaneers' 16-yard line.
On 2nd and 9. Newton. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Newton. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Juwan Johnson there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
The score, Rams 7, Buccaneers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. He'll return it from the 6. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 9-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. The shotgun snap for Newton. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done.
Hey, keep it going, dog. Keep it going.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a first down throw for Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. There on the coverage, knocking that one away, was Mike Edwards.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. Going up, and the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp, 70 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Downfield for Boykin.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Miles Boykin, incomplete. It's 4th.
Here's Bradley Pena now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Now Akers to start the third quarter on the ground.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside. The 10 back at the 9.
An 8-yard loss brings up 4th down.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk. To come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Fournette. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, it's Fournette. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
And a Buccaneer first down.
Fournette, a first down carry. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now this throw caught left side. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Let's go.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll be out right at the 35.
It's on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Final minute now of the third quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. He gets it left side to Johnson. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
That's good for an LA Rams.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Let's go!
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards the pickup there. Blitz coming and down he goes. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Aaron Donald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's 3rd down. 3rd.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Newton to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
They snap it to Newton. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Again, it's Jones. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one.